Hello everyone! I'm Emily Grace, or E.G. Drama Queen, and today I'm here to talk to you about a magnificent series that I just finished reading. The Waking Land by Callie Bates. First of all, they're wonderful. They're so good. I've never done a book review before. This will be my first one, and it's gonna become less and less professional as we go on. Alright, so The Waking Land is part of a 2-book series by Callie Bates. I'm not sure if there will be a third one. I actually am on the last chapter of the second one, so we'll find out. And now here is a plot synopsis from Goodreads. Lady Alana Valtai is fiercely devoted to the king who raised her like a daughter. But when he dies under mysterious circumstances, Alana is accused of murder and must flee for her life. Returning to the homeland of magical legends she has forsaken, Alana is forced to reconcile with her despised, estranged father, branded a traitor long ago. Feeling a strange, deep connection to the natural world, she also must face the truth about the forces she has always denied or disdained, as superstitious powers suddenly stir within her. And I'm not gonna read you the third paragraph because you can look at it yourself. Anyway, so how I stumbled across this book, my boyfriend and I had decided that we were gonna read a book together that neither of us had ever read before, and so we picked our mutually favorite genre, which was science fiction and fantasy, and I really wanted a book with a strong female lead, which this has. So we went to Barnes & Noble, we went to the science fiction / fantasy section, and this book caught my eye. I was like, that's a woman and she's green. So some amazing things about this book right from the get-go. The main character is a POC. She is a person of color. She is either black or half black. It's not totally explicit. Yeah. She is described as having tawny skin, chestnut hair, and brown eyes. That's a black person. It's got a very Othello type deal at the beginning because she's in this city full of white people and then she's accused of murder and she's black, and it's like, oh, I see your inspiration there, Callie Bates. And the great thing is, like, it couldn't not be a black girl because it is part of the plot, which is great because, you know, that's not something you can whitewash if there's ever a movie about it. Not only is there POC representation in this series, there's also LGBT representation, and it's great because it's just being queer is readily accepted in the world that Callie Bates has created. It's fantastic. It's not overly questioned. It's totally normal for someone to be bisexual or gay in this series, and it's fantastic. There could be more, but you know, step in the right direction. Step in the right direction. The magic in this story is amazing. There's all sorts of new magic lore. I am such a nerd for magic lore. I can spend hours discussing magic in different series and how it works. It's very Celtic inspired, the magic in this story. It all comes from the earth. It talks about the stone circles, fairy circles. There's like some blood magic in it, but not a ton. The way that they talk about magic and how the sorcerer can feel it is awesome because it's not like the normal, ooh, I felt the tingles in my fingers type magic. They feel everything and they taste it, and nobody ever talks about what magic tastes like. That's always a sense that's ignored, so it's really, I really love that the taste is something in this series. That's a really cool thing to me. The balance of energy is really, really cool because, you know, in Harry Potter, the way that the magic works is you wave your wand, you say a few magic words, and something happens. Sometimes it's like you might have to understand the theory behind it a little bit, or like have really intense focus, but it doesn't cost you anything. With Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder, your character has X amount of spells that they can use during a given day because that's how much energy they have. In Aragon, it takes the same amount of energy to do a task by magic as it would to do it manually. The give and take of energy is really, really cool and well explained in the series, which is very satisfying to me as a nerd. It bridges on being adult material. There is a sex scene, however, it's very tastefully done. Like, I don't think Tumblr would have banned it. It's something that I enjoyed, but also think my Catholic mother would enjoy as well. But then again, her favorite book series is Outlander, so I don't know if that's a ton to go on. The cultural inspiration throughout the entire series is so clear and amazing, and this is something my boyfriend actually pointed out. There's like 3 different lands in it, and it's Paladis, Erin, and Caris, I think is how it's pronounced. There's no pronunciation guide, and that's the one thing that I think I really would have loved to have in these books is a pronunciation guide, because I like to know how things are supposed to be pronounced, and I'm not sure. Paladis is the empire that rules the world, basically, and you can clearly see the Mediterranean influence on it. They even talk about the Idaean Peninsula, so like It's clear that this is Italy, Greece, Roman influence. And then Aaron is very France and Spain inspired, which is really cool. And Aaron is the kingdom that is being rebelled against in the story. Carice is the land of all the magic and has the fairy stones everywhere, but they're not called fairy stones. It's just like the circles of stones. Everything is just very Celtic inspired, and it's just really cool to see the inspirations even in the names of the characters and the pronunciations of the cities or the towns and it's expertly done. The time period is the equivalent of the French Revolution, so there is some machinery and guns and cannons, but they don't have like flashlights. It's set a little bit later than a lot of these medieval stories. There's no firearm in most fantasy stories, so it's cool that it's in like a later setting and there's more technology. The characters are so three-dimensional. It's wonderful. There's mystery, there's drama, there's romance, there's betrayal, there's brainwashing, there's character arcs, and I love the character arc that the main character goes through is amazing. Since it's written in first person, you experience everything along with her, which is really cool to me. But I'm always smarter than the characters, so I figure things out like way ahead of them. Chill. Come here. Come here. So in conclusion, I really loved this book series. If you're looking for a last-minute Christmas gift to give someone who really likes fantasy and reading like me, this is a fantastic gift. I'm going to link the book below where you can buy it, and also the author Callie Bates' website below. This was not sponsored by anybody. I did this of my own free accord, so nobody paid me to do this. I just wanted to talk about how much I like this book because I liked it a lot. All right, everybody, let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Subscribe, leave comments. If you've read the book, tell me what you thought of it. I'd love to hear from you guys. Spread the magic, spread the love, spread the knowledge, spread the reading. Have a wonderful Christmas, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, then any other holiday that you do celebrate. Happy New Year. Love you all. Bye.